How's it going, guys? Vapav here and welcome back to another video. So if you see a difference in lighting compared to yesterday's video, that's because the outside light isn't cooperating as well as it should. But today's video is more of a follow-up to yesterday's video, which talked about the LG Velvet. So if you've missed that, you can go ahead and check that out. But today we're talking about Motorola and its mid-range smartphone lineup coming very soon to the public. So according to Evan Blass, who is a prolific leaker in the Android and iOS world, probably in the tech world, he's talking about an end of Q2 launch for the Motorola One Fusion and the Motorola One Fusion Plus, both being mid-range smartphones. Now, if we go ahead and check out 91 Mobiles, they've had an exclusive article talking about these smartphones, and they've basically outlined all of the specifications we should expect on the smartphone. So the first thing in question is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 675 SoC alongside 12 megapixels camera. I don't know how many cameras we can expect, but I'm guessing somewhere around the 3 camera mark for the Motorola One Fusion and 4 cameras for the Motorola One Fusion Plus. But they're saying up to 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of onboard storage. I'm guessing we should also expect micro SD storage. Nothing on this screen being outlined as far as the leaks go. If we scroll down a bit further, we'll see that the Motorola One Fusion Plus won't support NFC, which is a bit of a bummer, but it will support dual SIM and will come in light blue and light brown colors. So that's about it for the mid-range smartphones. Now, if we go ahead and compare the 675 to the 765G that we're expecting on the LG Velvet, as you can see, there is a major sort of difference when it comes to processing. The 765G is a much better chipset overall, and with Motorola sticking to the 675, it's gonna struggle selling units unless they price the Motorola Fusion Plus and the Fusion at a very competitive rate. So according to the leaks, the phones are supposed to be on sale in the USA as well as in India, and as we know, the market in India is very aggressive, so I'm sure Motorola has something in mind to sort of accommodate for that market. But as far as its specifications go, it's not doing a very good job at marketing. Now, there have been a few leaks of the smartphone. As you can see, these are many renders, concepts put together. Now, I don't really like any of them, but if I was to guess which one Motorola would go for, I think it's this blue one right here and this purple one right here. So I think the purple one has 4 cameras, which could be the Fusion Plus, and this 3 camera unit could be the One Fusion. I'm not entirely sure. We've got this other image, and this probably outlines the Fusion in a nutshell. So it's got a pretty generic design. I don't know if this would also double as the fingerprint scanner, because we've not heard anything about whether or not these phones would have an LCD display or an AMOLED panel. If they have an AMOLED panel, chances are that the fingerprint scanner could be inbuilt into the display, which I don't really like on budget phones, to be honest. So I'm guessing and I'm hopeful that this would be the fingerprint scanner on the phone. Last but not least, we've also had this leak from Technoblog, and I think this outlines the Fusion Plus, and again we see the fingerprint scanner, so this is most likely pointing to an IPS LCD panel. Now, we're not sure if this IPS LCD will be a 60Hz display or a 90Hz display. We're starting to see more and more manufacturers, especially at the budget lineup, move to a 90Hz IPS LCD panel. Companies like Realme, for example. I'm guessing Motorola could do the same with this series. Now, something interesting about the Fusion is actually the camera. So every single time we've had a budget smartphone from Motorola, it's focused on a certain aspect according to the name. I don't know if you know, but we've had the Motorola Macro series, we've had the Motorola Ultra Wide series, and now this Fusion series thinks sort of to me that this would be focused on fusing sort of different images together. I don't really know, and this is just a shot in the dark, but this could have some features which basically fuse images together to make a better image overall, or something along those lines, because I think each name from Motorola signifies some sort of feature, and this could be just one of them. But as far as the specifications go, otherwise, that's all we know for the time being. I would expect around a 6 to a 6.5 inch display. The Fusion might have the smaller display, the Fusion Plus might have the bigger display, processing power as we know. True Motorola software, I think it's going to be very clean looking, bloatware free. And as far as pricing goes, that's going to be something interesting, because we're starting to see the best smartphone selling for a very a cheap price tag, especially in India. So I'm guessing Motorola needs to buck up when it comes to that as well if they want to really intend to sell the Motorola One Fusion Plus in India when it comes out. So April 22nd is when the rumors are pointing at for this phone to launch or sort of be announced, and it's going to be announced alongside Motorola's flagship smartphone, which is going to be the Edge and the Edge Plus. Now the Edge and the Edge Plus are going to be top of the range. They're rumored to have a 108 megapixel camera, 12 gigabytes of RAM, 5000 milliamp hour battery, and a 90 Hz display with a punch hole style design. So I don't know if Motorola wants to keep the 90 Hz an exclusive to their flagship lineup. Maybe this might be an AMOLED 90 Hz panel with the Fusion and Fusion Plus being a IPS LCD 90 Hz panel. But that's about it for the Motorola Fusion and Fusion Plus in a nutshell. Check out my other videos if you've missed them. Check out the description if you're interested in purchasing a few domains that I have put up on sale. But that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Do subscribe for more videos coming very soon. This was Vaibhav, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.